IGN's at it again.
God
boy.
damn it!
Oh boy!
Oh, goody gumdrops! Can you feel the sunshine, motherfuckers?
No.
No.
It's dark
not
out.
Really. Yeah, it's just damn near midnight.
Oh,
Yeah,
what-
it's not even 11
right,
yet.
Johnny,
feel
you
the
forgot
moonshine, motherfuckers.
Johnny, you forgot to set your clocks from daylight savings. It's only 11.
Oh,
It's
sorry.
7:51 where I am.
How dare you live on the West Coast?
I live in California.
That's the West Coast.
Oh, okay.
Well, if you
sorry,
go
Anyway.
much far enough, you wind up being
Weapons!
So this top 100 list is the top 100 video game weapons.
Oh, boy.
Because does it really need its
Because-
own list? I don't know, but
100
let's
of them?
see how wrong IGN now is.
Number 100 is the Gunblade.
Wrong!
Final
Wrong! Wrong!
Why is that wrong, may I ask? Because I'm not that
Because the gunblade is fucking stupid. It's a gun that you hold by the handle, which means you wouldn't be able to swing it with any decent force, and it's also a gun without a fucking hole to shoot the bullets out.
Every time that I think of a concept like this, I think of the Hymns Daisy comic.
Yeah.
Knife, gun,
Knife
knife
gun.
gun.
It's time for Shout at Teddy's existential quandary.
You see, like one thing I never really understood because in terms of Final Fantasy VIII's Gunblade, you know, and Squall's in this particular case, you have the blade and obviously the handle is like the holster for not a holster, the handle for like a revolver type weapon, and it has revolver like chambers, but there's no gun
Purpose to
hole.
them.
So it's pretty much a burst coming out of the chambers, which I don't understand how that does not burn Squall's hands.
At least,
Maybe Sorry.
Gare Zero had a practical gun-ish blade.
But you know what?
Because
at
least
the same time, though, even if it did have gun holes, I recall Final Fantasy VII Dirge of Cerberus, the big bad of that game. I think his name was Wes or something like that. He also had gun blades that actually had in addition to a chamber, it also had a gun hole, and it just looked fucking ridiculous.
I think the only decent gunblade in the series was somebody in 13 had it, where it just had two forms. One form it was a gun, another form it was a blade. Okay, fine. It's ridiculous, but at least it has two separate functions.
For a transforming weapon, I guess it would work. I think the only time in instance where a gunblade was actually believable was actually I'm going into Final Fantasy VII Advent Children. The Kadaj's henchman, the one that has the gun. That's all. It's pretty much it's pretty much a sword, but at the very tip of the sword are gun holes that you can use to shoot bullets from. So you still got the practicality of the sword having sharp edges, but the top of the blade is gun holes. So you can't stab with a weapon, but you can still cut horizontally or vertically.
Yeah.
I'm just not seeing this being anywhere near a top 100 best.
Anyway, let's move on.
Okay.
Yes. I was expecting this near the top of a worst weapons list, so...
I'm sorry if I can't comment anything on it.
Let's just move on. We're going to be here all night otherwise.
I'm just gonna let you know that I'm gonna be pretty much silent with some of the Final Fantasy stuff because I don't know much.
Again, let's move on. Number 99, the crowbar from Half-Life.
Even though this picture is making us think the noose is the number 99, but
Ow. That looks painful. I'm not paying attention to the crowbar.
So a crowbar beats a sword with a shoots bullets.
Damn.
Because it's Gordon Freeman's crowbar.
True.
Whack it does everything.
I haven't played Half-Life, so I really
Me neither. I need to though.
As far as I'm aware, no, a crowbar does not beat a sword with a gun.
This one does.
Well, at
if
least
you
it's
do-
not
if
as
you-
stupid.
Actually, anything, not just a crowbar, anything can actually be very dangerous if used with enough force. I mean, okay, a little off tangent, but has anyone seen the movie Red Eye? I mean, Jesus Christ! All of a sudden, a pen is the most dangerous weapon to use because she managed to stab a guy in the neck with a pen.
I hate that. I hate that movie. One, because it's a bad movie, and the other, because I can't help but make Scarecrow jokes whenever I see him anymore.
As far as improvised weapons go, I think a crowbar would probably be one of the better options you could have. Because, I mean, it's like, it's a long metal stick with pointy things on it. So, yeah, I can see this being here.
Yeah.
Moving on to number 98, the bomb from Bomberman.
Bomberman.
In terms of the weapon itself, too impractical. Because
Well, no, hold on. What?
It's a bomb. I get that. It's just
Yeah.
Well, hold on. What bomb? Is it the remote bombs? Because those things are fucking awesome.
It's just a bomb.
If they're going with the...
I'm assuming they're talking about your initial weapon.
Well, okay, well, in that case, yeah, I don't see that. But if this were the remote bombs from Bomberman, those are really great. You set them all up all over the place, and then once you're safe and out of the way and somebody comes by, boom, and then they're gone.
Could never beat that 64 game. Ugh. I mean, yeah, the bombs were awesome and such, but it's like, for some reason, I could never beat it.
Yeah, moving on to number 97. Dual pistols.
I'm only guessing they're on the list at all because they have infinite ammo.
Ah, damn it.
Which I never understood. I just every other weapon that Lara Croft can get in a Tomb Raider game has limited ammo, except the pistols. What makes the pistols so special to get?
She borrowed them. She borrowed them from Dante.
Okay, but she came before Dante.
Dante borrowed them from Lara Croft.
Yeah, okay, there you go. Better
There you
explanation. But that still doesn't explain why they have infinite ammo to begin with.
Wait, unlimited or non-limited?
Unlimited.
Her pistols never run out of ammo.
I guess just because of gameplay logic, if she didn't have them, she'd be useless.
Maybe
Well, I
she
guess,
likes
just for the sake of having something to defend yourself with, I guess. But I'd never really. If you're gonna introduce weapons with limited ammo, that's just inconsistent to me. I don't get that.
Looks like an interesting game, though.
Yeah, not really.
Well, I mean, just looking. I never know.
It's aged
very badly.
It's an early
nice picture.
PlayStation. It's an early PlayStation.
Oh, and then I'm just looking at the picture. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'll ignore that.
Moving on to number 96, the M60 pistol from Halo 1. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Okay,
This pistol.
Why is this not higher?
Why is this number
Wait.
one?
Is it really as broken as you guys say it is?
Dude,
Yes.
pistol headshots. That's all you need to worry about.
The only thing I noticed with Halo, when I think about it, when I played it once, any gun I pick, I was like, "Yeah, take that, motherfucker! I'm shooting all you guys!" Ah!
Pistol out of nowhere.
Yeah. I'm just like,
The
ah!
thing I love about the pistol though so much was the zoom feature.
yeah.
I don't think you got that with the assault rifle that you came with.
No.
But it just made headshots so much easier. You know, if you're not constantly strafing with your opponent, they're throwing plasma grenades at each other left to right. You usually had the cursor on the opponent's head, just trying to get those headshots. Is because the pistol was very effective. It's my favorite weapon next to the shotgun.
Moving on to number 95, the 2x4 from Splatterhouse.
2 times 4 is 8.
Plank.
2 times 4 is what, Johnny?
2 times 4 is 8.
Plank.
Somebody needs to play Brain Age more. I have a Brain Age of 24 for the record.
It's a
Sorry.
piece of wood.
Apparently, it's a very deadly piece of wood.
No, it's a good weapon in the game, don't get me wrong, but higher than the M60? No.
Considering our protagonist here, that's all he needs.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I forgot the guy. I don't even think this guy has a name.
I call him not Jason.
Well, yeah.
Or better yet, Jason X.
Oh, yeah. But given the context of the game, no. It still doesn't beat a pistol. I don't think it does.
Yeah, so moving on to number 94, the fiber wire from Hitman. Never played it, so I don't care.
If it's effective as any other fiber wire than any other game with it, we are Hitman, then I guess it's okay. But to me, it doesn't beat a pistol or a blade with a gun on it, or a crowbar.
My only exposure to Hitman was Abito's Hitman walkthrough, and all I learned from that was that I had to pop the fucker in the head.
Okay, now I have something to talk about. Okay, Hitman. I played the game, and I marked Hitman off my what to be when I grow up because I fucking sucked. It wasn't much that I sucked with the killing people. It was just me being, do I have to kill this guy? I don't want to kill him. He looks like he's sorry.
You're playing the wrong game.
Being squirmish is like the absolute worst trait to have when you're an assassin.
Okay. No, I know I was playing the wrong game, but because I was at my cousin's house and that was the only games that looked interesting, I kind of had to play it. It was the only things I had to play it, and I'm like...
You could have gone outside.
I have a family full of smokers. They were smoking at the time, so no.
Yeah, so maybe...
Is this the Yo-Yo of Doom from Rygar?
Never played.
No, I never played Rygar either, so I wouldn't know the effectiveness of this weapon. I mean, the concept of the weapon itself is something I could get down with, just for the range of it. But it always seemed a bit impractical to me.
Well, from what I heard, yo-yos were actually first used as some sort of weapon, like in real life. So, I mean, it's not like it's impossible in the real world.
Yeah, maybe.
I'd imagine
Those things can really pop
it's most
your
likely
face.
a weapon at first, and then one night during while the enemy base was waiting for the other enemies, he was just playing it around, like swinging it up and down. It's like, you know what? This make a good toy.
Where
And
does
that
he
guy's
get
name
all
was
those wonderful toys?
That guy's name was Duncan.
Yeah. So moving on, we have number 92, Severed Hand from
Stubbs the Zombie.
Didn't know how to
I've seen so much of this game and previews and shit like that, and it just went off the radar with me. Because this was before the zombie craze happened. But the game in itself didn't really look that interesting to me. I know how the weapon works. Pretty much that whatever the hand touches or grabs on the head of the human, that human's under your control, which is why this guy is shooting that cop right there in that screenshot that we're seeing. But the game itself, I never really got into. It's just not that much of a tea.
No. So moving on to number 91, it's Earthworm Jim. Earthworm Jim.
He's a character.
Maybe the suit.
Probably talking about the soup. The suit. Not the soup. I definitely said soup.
You said soup.
Yeah. They're probably just talking about the suit. In that case, okay, but you're not really using the suit at all during the game. You're using the pistol.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the pistol would be a better choice.
I don't get this choice.
And in that case, the Halo pistol is more overpowered and probably should have been higher.
Yeah.
I don't know. The pistol is just pretty badass.
But they're not mentioning the pistol, so it doesn't count.
No. So next we have Plastic Bag for Man. What?
Just in one of the many methods you can kill people in this game, I
so
guess.
Who cares?
I'm
It
not
does not beat
in Manhunt.
a blade with a gun on it. I'm sorry.
Well, I guess it's just more how much fun it is to use, and seeing as it's sort of an unorthodox way of doing things, and sort of a hilarious way of doing things, I guess that might be why it's on the list.
Maybe.
Because it's kind of
You
odd.
find suffocating people hilarious?
Well, it's a little bit more hilarious than just, kind of stabbing them or shooting them. It's kind of boring, isn't it?
Yeah. So moving on to number 89, we have Vega's
Wolverine!
Claw. Yeah, I was about to say, what? Why not just call
Vega's
him Wolverine?
Claw from Street Fighter 2.
The World Warrior.
In the game where he wasn't playable.
Yeah.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah, that's pretty much what everyone thinks of. Even though it only has one claw, but you only need like the 3 blades to really, establish a Wolverine ripoff of any sort.
Yeah.
With that said, though, it wasn't really much the claw that I feared the most in Street Fighter 2. It was just him himself, because Vega is really fucking fast in Street Fighter 2. And, because he was in his own stage when you fought him, because he was considered a boss character in the first iteration of Street Fighter 2, The World Warrior. He can climb onto the gate in the background and do that jump attack. So unless you count it with a Shoryuken of any sort, you're going to get hurt. But other than that, though, the weapon itself, I never really... Yeah, it defines Vega. I give it that. But I never really
That's it.
feared it that much.
Shall
So
I
just
move?
beat a blade with a gun on it.
So shall I move on to the next one?
Yes. Oh my. 88 Anal Probe.
I've actually played.
I like this.
Ow,
I like
ow,
this.
ow.
I like this game.
This game bored.
No, I've played a
I
little bit.
I found
of
enough
I
enjoyment
want
out of
this
it.
game. I want this game so bad because I played it at Fry's and I wanted to get it, but I didn't have enough money.
I played it at my cousin's house. It's a sandbox game.
I enjoyed it enough.
It's fun to mess around with, and the anal probe is one of the funnest ways to mess around with people in that game.
I didn't really like it.
Anything that has Richard Horvitz in it, I'm gonna like it.
I was never really a fan of the whole like 50s setting alien invasion kind of shit. Like it was pretty much this game, and like the movie Mars Attacks and stuff like that. I was never really a fan of that kind of genre.
I like them, but to
Each
each
their own.
Yeah.
Still, Richard Horvitz. Yeah, I'm gonna watch it.
Richard
play it.
Horvitz playing an alien that invades Earth and does it badly. You don't say.
Well, no. He doesn't play the main alien that you play. He plays the head leader.
Oh yeah, he plays He plays the quote unquote tallest.
Yeah, which I thought was hilarious. I'm like, wow, from being an annoying invader to the tallest. Wow, Zim, you've stepped up your game.
Number 87 is Boomer Bile from Left 4 Dead 2. Oh, because now you can actually use the stuff against the enemies, I guess. Because you didn't have this in the first one. And
I was about to say, I don't think you could use it.
no, well, okay, because I never played Left 4 Dead 2. I only have experience with the first game. So I would assume you just use it to attract zombies to a specific spot.
Yeah.
Other than that, though, I have no opinion on this.
Yeah.
So
My only experience.
I wouldn't say that.
Okay.
My only experience with Left 4 Dead 2 is I played the amusement park level at a friend's house, and I always died on the roller coaster.
The only thing I know about Left 4 Dead is Some Call Me Johnny's review of it with Elliot.
"Quote unquote" review.
I still love it.
But
I still like it.
Yeah,
number 86 is the laser gun from Another World.
Laser.
Later.
That's about as basic as you can get.
Pew.
Pew pew.
And I'm skimming the description here. I never played or heard of Another World. I don't even know what system this is from.
What the hell?
I think from what I look at it, it's got it's very powerful, but it's got limited ammo. I think is what they were pretty much saying.
Whatever. Number 85, Bionic Arm, and they're showing the stupid Nathan Spencer version. Where's Raz Spencer?
Why this version? Why does he have dreadlocks?
Rad Spencer for the win.
I never really
Blowing
played
up-
Bionic. I know the original.
Blowing up Mecha Hitler.
I never played any of the Bionic games. Sorry.
It's a cool weapon, but
Yeah, I'm down with like bionic limbs. I know this game got a lot of flack from, especially from Bionic Commando enthusiasts who really like the original game. But in terms of the weapon itself, isn't it supposed to be like his wife or something like that?
let's not go into the story of it.
Well,
It's a
dark
Bionic-
and gritty remake. It's something like that.
And the original was just to do with the Bionic Arm that can shoot it.
Badass woman.
Samus?
No.
No.
Okay.
That's an entirely different subject.
Moving on.
sorry.
Moving on to
Sorry.
number 84 is the sniper rifle from Counter-Strike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I remember there's this one place downtown from where I live, which pretty much just Counter-Strike 24/7. You know, they had like their own server set up, and you pay to sit down to play with a bunch of people at once. And one of my favorite things to do was like pick a certain position, just snipe everybody.
Fucking campers.
Yeah, guilty as charged, but it was fun to me.
Wait, Magnum sniper rifle. Jesus, one exists?
Make up your mind.
I know. Oh,
Yeah.
God.
So moving
And
on
upon reading the name for number 83, I'm hoping it's some kind of recliner with a weapon.
No, it's
attached
a
to it.
Chaos Seeker from Darksider.
It's not a chair.
No, I wish.
Some reason that makes me think of Chaos from Sonic Adventure.
Okay, well, looking at the picture,
look at the
It looks
picture.
like a
Chaos
sword.
Eater. Is it the guy, the sword?
I
is
think
like
it's
with a
the
horse?
sword. I think
Oh, la-di-da.
the sword all the way in the background and impossible to see over the much more vibrant guy in the horse.
Or it
It's
could
like-
be the... Or it could
Yeah,
be that
like-
weird
like-
hand
like a-
thingy.
Because this picture is very distracting. You don't know what the Chaos Eater is. The sword, the guy, the horse, the flaming hooves, or the big-ass shoulder
thingy.
guard on his left arm.
Or maybe that angel in the top left corner.
Yeah, so it could be the angel on the top left of the screen there.
I don't know.
I never played Darksiders, so I can't
Me
say
neither.
anything about it.
Yes,
I'm
moving on.
pretty sure it beats a sword with a gun on it, though.
Yeah. So number 82, disc launcher / spin infuser from Star Siege Tribes. No idea what it is, nor do I
Never
care.
heard of this.
Yeah, it looks like your typical
Nope.
laser gun, but again, I could be wrong.
Picture load.
Maybe it shoots destructo discs.
No.
It looks... Eh.
Nah, I don't think so.
Looks
You-
like a water gun to me.
You mean Kienzans, Ted. Kienzans.
Destructo disc. The fuck?
No idea what you're referencing, but it's funny.
This has how many subscribers?
Number 81 is the
Morph
Morph
gun from Jack 2 / Jack 3, I'm assuming. But I like this gun. It's pretty cool.
I remember the commercials.
Yeah, me
No,
too.
well, I do love I do love all 3 Jack games.
I
I
still
this
do
is-
like them.
It is a neat way to change what type of weapon you're using on the fly. Just have the gun morph to like a shotgun or railgun or whatever.
Yeah.
It's pretty neat. So I mean, I'm glad it's on here.
Do you have like fine equipment for it, or this you can?
You get upgrades eventually. Like they only had the shotgun at first, and then you get the regular assault rifle, and then the railgun and stuff.
So it pretty much becomes Judge Dredd's pistol,
sort of.
Judge comics and movies.
Yeah, essentially.
That's terrifying to think when I think about it. I'm sorry.
Number 80 is the red shell from Super
Wrong,
Mario.
blue shell.
Yeah, I'm sure it's up there.
Well, are they talking in context with just the series itself or the Mario Kart series? It looks like it's Mario Kart because I'm skimming the description and they're talking about how the red shell has homing properties and you only get that in Mario Kart.
Yeah. The blue shell?
I'm pretty sure the blue shell is higher up then. Because there's no way in fucking hell the red shell will beat the blue shell in a top video game weapons list.
Okay, let me put it this way. When I'm behind, I love the blue shell, but when I'm ahead, I hate it.
No, the blue shell isn't even useful when you get it. You get it when you're in like 5th place when you're still fighting to get back up. So it's just like it only exists to annoy the player in first because it doesn't even help anybody who actually gets to use it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Fuck the blue shell.
Yes, fuck it indeed.
So moving on to number 79, Odd Job.
No, we killed him to get that hat. So
the Razor Rims hat from Mortal Kombat.
It's very much definitely Kung Lao.
I see Deadly Hat. I think Odd Job.
Yeah, I know.
Odd Job might be further up because he's one hit KO. He is one hit KO.
Very true.
He's the original Deadly Hat.
Well, Mortal Kombat 2 came out first.
But,
Jeez, I'm
actually... In terms of the hat itself, actually, yeah, it's pretty badass, because, again, whenever I see Kung Lao using his hat, the first thing I immediately think of is his headache splitter fatality in Mortal Kombat 2, where he splits the opponent vertically in half, which to me, in my book, is still one of the most gruesome fatalities you can do in that game.
Oh, I know, and then the recent newer Mortal Kombat just upped the ante with the gruesomeness. Ugh.
Yeah.
Like I saw it from watching this funny guys called Two Best Friends, and they did the recent Mortal Kombat game, and I saw his fatality with the hat where he just throws it down and it's a saw, and he's taking smoke. And he's just dragging his body across. And I'm like, dude, ow.
I see that hat and I think Odd Job.
Yeah. When you're not thinking of that, you're thinking of Odd Job.
So moving on to number 78. What? M18 SSM's rocket launcher from Halo 1. I'm sorry, the pistol's better.
His pistol's better because it's a bit more reliable. Though, to be perfectly honest, when I want to piss my friends off in a multiplayer battle, I try and find this weapon as soon as possible.
Oh my god, I'm laughing just thinking about it.
You know, because you're walking around, looking for your opponent to kill, and you just hear this faint sound of something approaching you at an incredibly high velocity, and suddenly your kill count goes up by 1.
If I'm going out of my way to annoy my friends, I'm finding where their spawn points generally are, driving a mongoose up a ramp and jumping out and seeing where it lands.
I'm actually trying to imagine right now with Johnny, like he would be playing it with Matt, and then Johnny goes and kills him, and Matt would be like, "Fuck you, Johnny!" I don't know.
We'll never.
I'm just imagining the death that Ryan described. It's like, is that a car proof?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm so drawing that too.
Is that a car?
Number 77 is the laptop gun from Perfect Dark.
I've only barely played any of Perfect Dark.
From what I've heard, Perfect Dark is just GoldenEye again. So I'm not sure how good it is.
Well, that was the thing. I saw Perfect Dark. I'm like, I have GoldenEye.
There's a gun with a laptop. Wow.
From what it looks like a turret that you can set up from the description I'm reading.
Oh, like the UB whatever they call it, stick it in your computer or whatnot. I don't know.
That has to be an incredibly bulky laptop if you can transform it into a gun.
I know. Jesus Christ.
Yes. So moving on to number 76. Get over here.
Scorpion.
Get over here, bitch.
76.
I'm sorry, I like quoting him too.
No. I wasn't expecting that so soon. This is actually going into. He's not here at the moment, but Elliot. This is actually his favorite weapon ever.
Yeah.
In anything. he loves this weapon so much. To me, I like it too. It's something really satisfying with nailing it with an opponent, especially an AI opponent who 99% of the time either block it the moment you input the command or just duck it. And
so you can just pull them in and uppercut their ass.
Yeah,
uppercut their ass. Or if you're playing Mortal Kombat 3, dial up combos to the face. But yeah, I definitely got to give Shaolin Monks credit for adding the bitch for emphasis.
Yeah.
Because there's something hilarious about Scorpions that get over here, bitch. But I don't know why that's so funny. But this weapon, I like it.
I had a big feeling that Elliot liked it just from the Mortal Kombat playthrough. I'm like, damn, he loves this game.
Yeah.
75, the Excavator from Dead Rising. Kind of odd because that game everything is a weapon, but okay.
Real Mega Buster.
Well, this one, in terms of in a game where just about everything you can grab is a weapon, this must be pretty, spectacular if it's going to stick out from the rest.
Well,
Personally, it doesn't get any better than Lawnmower, but...
Yeah, I was going to say the Lawnmower must be the most hilarious way to mow down zombies.
Yeah, it was
not intended, I swear.
No, it looked like an interesting game nonetheless when I saw it, both Elliot's review and Two Best Friends playing Dead Rising 2, where you can just go and dress up yourself in funniest things. I died from laughter when I saw Two Best Friends purposely dressing up as main character in girly clothes and then fighting zombies in girly clothes.
On a tricycle.
Number 74 is the taser.
Don't tase me, bro.
Don't tase me, bro.
I'm sorry.
I need to find out where these reference you guys use this is from, because I love to use them so much.
Don't tase me, bro. Died out like.
Dude, it's like
the day after the guy got tased.
Yeah.
Oh. I don't care. Jokes are never.
But I still think of it whenever I see a taser in any kind of context.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh god, stay away from Higurashi then.
But that said, Siphon Filter was not a series I got into.
No.
Because to me it was too boring.
It was
when I think of a taser in video games, I think of the end of Phoenix Wright, where Von Karma comes out of nowhere with a taser and tases you to death and steals your evidence. Fucking Von Karma.
I just think of anime with a taser.
Don't tase me, bro. Yeah,
ow! Anyway.
Moving on to number 3.
Blunderbuss, Red Dead Redemption, Undead Nightmare.
Oh, the zombie Red Dead Redemption, which doesn't need to exist.
No, it doesn't.
I don't know. I've never played it. Never played Red Dead Redemption.
It's just like out of
Grand Theft Auto 1850.
Yeah. Again, with Two Best Friends, I have seen the original Red Dead Redemption. It was interesting.
It's just like out of every game to give a zombie add-on, you pick your Old West game.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
I'll let it pass because it's a video game.
Well, I'm not gonna let it pass just because it's a video game. It's just like it needs to follow some sort of logic, even if it's its own made-up logic. And from what I saw, Red Dead Redemption, it's trying to be a sort of serious-esque
Grand Theft Auto Western.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grand Theft Auto does follow some sort of logic, though. So whatever.
Wait. Are you saying Grand Theft Auto had a zombie game too?
No, it doesn't. People.
Oh. I never liked Grand Theft Auto either way, but that would be interesting to hear.
Mm-hmm.
What are you gonna say, Ryan?
Nothing, just go on.
Yeah, just go on. Sorry.
Number 72. Dun,
Chainsaw.
dun, dun, dun.
Chainsaw Doom.
Fuck yeah.
Chainsaw in general.
Long ass time since I played Doom, so
Still, fuck yeah.
In real life, a chainsaw would actually be a very impractical weapon because it would take so long to cut through anything.
Don't care.
It's also not very light.
Don't care. It's still awesome in Doom.
Well, yeah, in video games, obviously. Chainsaw
it's the second best weapon in Doom, besides from the BFG.
Which I'm pretty sure is on this list as well.
Probably. Dude, it makes every best weapon list. I think it's a requirement when you're making a best weapons list of the BFG.
And if not, then if it doesn't, then this list fails.
Well, we already know that.
Well, I mean, fails more than it already has.
Yes, moving on to number 71. The Aperture Science handheld portal device.
I'm sorry, this is not a weapon.
Gonna agree. Not a weapon.
It's a tool.
Get out. It's more like a tool to get out.
Yeah, it's a tool.
It's a tool that you can use to manipulate objects to become weapons, but the thing itself is not a weapon.
Actually, I'm going to be half and half, and I'm really sorry for this, Ryan, because, yeah, it actually can be a weapon, considering what I've seen so far in your Portal co-op playthrough. Ow.
If you put Ryan and Lewis in the same room together, one of them's not going to come out. Whether or not portals are involved. So
Sorry.
It's just like the companion cube's more of a weapon than the portal device is.
Even so, when it comes to stuff like that, I think it can be kind of counted as a weapon.
Well, if you shoot at something, nothing happens. So therefore,
well, no, of course not. But if you're going to manipulate objects and cause a lot of shit to happen, again, the co-op playthrough.
Well, I just see more of the stuff you're interacting with is the weapon, because it's just like you might as well if you were setting it up with your hands wouldn't be the weapon. I just don't see this as a weapon.
True.
Number 7. No, sorry. Go on.
Then again, there is a specific video that I would think that would pretty much sum up Ryan and Lewis's feelings during the whole co-op. But I'll show that later.
Fuck the co-op playthrough.
Number 70 is
Proton Cannon. Proton Cannon.
Your combo has gone up by how many hits?
Over 9,000.
Mind you, it honestly depends on how much buttons you mashed to get the combo up. But
mind you, I never really played much of Iron Man, but
look, in terms of in context with the game, it's no different than Ryu's Super Hadouken or anything like that. But it's definitely the most memorable, only because it's a big ass fucking cannon.
It pulls out of nowhere.
Yeah, Iron Man.
Yeah, War Machine also has something similar. He also has a proton cannon, but it doesn't shoot a beam; it just shoots a barrage of missiles, and that's not as exciting.
It's a beam.
He's firing his mighty ass laser. Yeah.
The only problem I have with proton cannon is that it's extremely predictable, because the combo, the move always starts the same. He has to say proton cannon first while he's summoning the gun, which I think gives your opponent way too much time to set up a block for it.
Well, that's why you bash them into the wall and then use it.
Yeah, you got to get it into a combo to use it. If you're just using initially with no setup whatsoever, you're not going to get anywhere with it.
No.
So, in other words, with being predictable, it would be less surprising if you didn't announce it first.
Exactly.
It's a finisher move.
Sort of. Yeah. So moving on to number 69, the Nemean Cestus, also known as the freaking Gauntlets from God of War 3.
The Hercules Fist. That's what I call them.
Bear claws.
I am on my way.
Holy shit. That's not bear claws, those are like bear heads.
I got these bare hands with my bare hands.
I actually really did like this weapon.
Well, at least there was some variety that didn't suck. It's like in God of War 2 you had variety, but they all kind of sucked. In God of War 2 you had the variety, but they all kind of sucked. In God of War 3 of the 4 weapons were just variations of the blades.
Yeah. But these I really have my fun with. At first, they're a little slower than the blades of, what do they call them? 3 blades of Athena.
I don't know, but
the fucking blade weapons. We all know what we're talking about because they're given different names in each God of War. They're short ranged, but they're incredibly powerful, and they're not as slow as I thought they were going to be. And I ended up really liking them because of it.
They look pretty fucking powerful just by looking at them. Yeesh.
Yeah, well, you do get it from Hercules.
I am on my way. Sorry, every time I do that battle, I do Disney show tunes
for no
reason. Yeah, for no reason. Just because it's funny in context of the game.
68 is the Vortex Grenade.
I could go the distance. Oh, sorry. Okay, Vortex Fracture. I don't.
Vortex Grenade from Fracture. Didn't
I've
play.
never played it.
Neither. I'm sorry.
I'm assuming the grenade is launching a bolt of lightning
or something.
Or is the grenade getting struck by a bolt of lightning?
I have no idea. It summons a lightning? I don't know.
Let the commenters help me describe what the hell that thing is.
Yeah.
Ground defamation gun was memorable, blah, 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 blah.
Moving on to number 67, the RC XD from generic shooter number 50 trillion.
Black
They're
Ops, if you're really that interested.
Never interested.
It's an RC car with a bomb attached to it.
Woo.
Granted, it's hilarious to imagine. I mean, I can't think of a better way to get rid of your foe. How'd you die, RC car?
Nah. No, I still think the better way to do it, more fun one, is Battlefield 3 18 it.
What is that?
You can fly planes in that, jump out of the plane with a rocket. You have a rocket launcher, jump out of the plane while it's flying, shoot down a plane, jump back into your plane.
What
the hell? I'm trying to imagine this. It's like
I can't imagine this at all.
No, I can't. It's like, what do you call it? It's like that weird cartoony thing where it's like where you're just jumping back and forth.
Dun, 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 dun.
And by the sound of it, it sounds like.
Wait, hold on. Yeah, number 66. Metal Blade from Mega Man.
Why isn't this like in number 5?
This should be a fuck ton higher.
The Metal Blades are fucking broken. As soon as you get them, you no longer need to use the Mega Buster.
This is wrong. Wrong.
You don't need to use the Mega Buster anymore when you got this fucking weapon.
Nope.
It's just,
it destroys everything.
Yeah, it's like
it hurts.
I've constantly questioned why the design of Mega Man didn't let Mega Man evolve to be able to shoot diagonally or down or straight up, and the Metal Blades are the reason why. You break the very foundation of the game if you do that.
It's no fun for me to play the game with the Metal Blades anymore. My order is set up so that I do Metal Man almost last.
I still get certain satisfaction with using the Metal Blade in a few seconds, because sometimes I have it easier. I like using them during Airman stage to get rid of the enemies and the platforms to jump platform to platform. I usually like using them there, and I like using them to get rid of the little bird robots at the big summons to get all the power ups and shit like that.
I use Woodman's weapon for that, just because I like the self-imposed challenge on myself.
You're crazy.
I just like watching your playthroughs. I'm sorry.
So I guess moving on to number 65, Badger Saw from Postal 3 didn't play.
The Badger Saw? Is it a saw made from Badger?
Is it made out of honey?
Yes. What's the picture?
Is it made out of honey badger? You just don't give a fuck.
I don't know. I definitely see a badger. I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at, but
yes.
No, I have no experience with Postal series, so I can just say number 64 is the Buster Sword.
A big hunk of metal.
For being the most iconic Final Fantasy weapon, I'm surprised this is not in the top 50.
It's a big hunk of metal.
Well, I guess it's just sort of odd seeing Cloud, who's this wimpy little thing, carrying something as big as he is without any trouble at all. Well, hold on, Johnny, you're the Final Fantasy VII guy. How useful is Cloud's melee attacks? In general.
What do you mean? In terms of, in context of Final Fantasy VII?
Yeah, how good is he as, a melee fighter?
Cloud is the best attacker in the game.
Well, then I guess I can sort of see that, I guess.
Well, you gotta understand that Cloud's not ordinarily human. He has super strength, because he was enhanced with Genova cells.
Lovely.
It's not like I made it either. Oh, wait, I guess I kind of am, but...
No, but I kind of... with me thinking realistically...
From my personal... Yeah, you can't think realistically with Final Fantasy VII.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
But, in terms of the initial design of the Buster Sword, it's one of the most memorable weapons for me ever in a Final Fantasy series. Personally, the picture we're seeing now, Cloud is not holding the actual Buster Sword. He's actually holding the first Tsurugi from Advent Children, which I like more.
Well, because it has swords inside the sword.
I do love its whole... it's 5 weapons in one, and I like the whole concept that it can combine to make one giant sword. I like that. The Buster Sword, yes, is iconic, but
it's a big hunk of metal.
You're gonna ditch it the moment you get either the Mithril blade from the town of Calm. No, what's the name of the town? It's Calm, spelled with a K. Or you get the Hard Edge from one of the soldiers in Shinra HQ. Yeah, iconic, not the best choice.
Yes, moving on to number 63, Clementine from
Clementine,
Brood.
yes!
From Brood to Legend.
Yes, now a game I totally love playing. I do love Clementine, and I also like the X.
Stupid ass RTS.
What?
The stupid ass RTS segments.
What Ryan is saying that he doesn't like Brutal Legend.
What?
I like it better. I like it better if it was supposed to be a hack slash beat 'em up with death metal
Anyone
themes.
that disses Jack Black, get out. Now.
Well, he's not dissing Jack Black. He's dissing Brutal Legend.
Stupid
Well, still get out. It's double fine. Get out.
I know it's Double Fine. I just hate RTSs.
Why doesn't Double Fine just go back to asking for money from people?
They have, and they're actually making Psychonauts too.
Yay!
That was the game they were going to make with the Kickstarter money?
No, it's the adventure game first, and then it's Psychonauts too.
Oh.
Yeah.
But even so, I still love this game despite whatever RT.
What about the weapon itself? Like, what is it? What is the Clementine?
Clementine. Okay.
It's a magic guitar.
I know this game. Let me explain it. I'm sorry.
Let me explain. No, there's too much. Let me sum up.
Okay. No, Clementine is pretty much because it's metal. Because it's Metal Gear. Because it's metal. He's in a world that pretty much anything he plays metal, it shoots lasers, thunder at enemies, and they get fried just by playing the tune. And then he can also use the axe, which can also cut shit up. You can play all sorts of things. It's kind of like a small, minimal Guitar Hero, but very minimal. But even so, I still love this game.
So, wait, so if you play music on the guitar, it shoots lightning bolts?
Yes.
Well, that's pretty awesome.
Yes, it is. It's so cool to see them fried up and then on the ground, all burnt up, and then twitching. It's so awesome to do that.
You're sick.
Fuck
Number
yeah!
62. It is Corrupted Ashbringer from World of Warcraft.
I am not
And
an
leave it at
MMO person.
Is it powered by Cheetos and Mountain Dew?
Probably.
What?
I think he's talking about a commercial.
Okay.
Number 61 is Sasha from Team Fortress 2.
Who touched my Sasha? That's all I know about just the commercials and the meat.
What do you think, Ryan?
I don't usually play heavies. I'm more of a spy person.
Dun 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 da 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 da.
Is that a Pokeball in the back of his background?
No.
Looks like one.
I mean, it's a really fucking powerful weapon, and when you have an uber heavy chasing your ass, you're scared as all get out. But
I'm indifferent. I'm not really a fan of a minigun, to be perfectly honest. It's powerful, but it's not very accurate.
That always seems to happen.
Number 60 is the Soul Edge from Soul Edge.
Soul Edge.
Isn't
that's the evil sword.
Isn't the
In
Soul...
the beginning, there was Soul Calibur and there was Soul Edge. They're both the same game, just with different, maybe slightly different elements here and there. But in the end, it just became Soul Calibur.
Yeah.
And it got incredibly convoluted, and I just don't care for the games anymore.
Why do you play a fighting game for story anyway?
I'm still a fan. I wasn't so much of a fan of 4. I never really played 3, but 2 is still my favorite one.
2 is the best one, and I like 2.
I just like. Okay, no. Okay, because now you just made me remind something. We were at my friend's house one time. We were playing Soul Calibur. I forget which version it was, and one of the enemies was Lizard Man. And every time my friend picked Lizard Man, she always went Lizard Man.
Link.
Like Trojan Man.
No, like there's literally a man who's a lizard.
Oh,
Like
well.
kind of like Reptile, but except you actually saw his face instead of being hidden with all that ninja stuff. Okay, move on.
I was
59.
never really.
Pump.
59 is the Pump from Dig Dug.
Oh, so this is what you meant with the Kelowna references to Dig Dug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't let those monsters look harmless, especially that little orange guy who looks like the mascot to
They're
Syracuse.
not. They're not.
Deceiving.
Go,
Free.
my friends! You shall now be free! Yeah, let's go rape the
Like the
village!
village. Yay! Monster rape. Thank you.
Don't let their
I was
looks-
gonna say, if you haven't seen Sonic for Hire, no, these guys aren't innocent at all.
What, you like killing those cute little creatures? You know, I should introduce you to my friend Kirby. You get along.
Oh, Jesus.
Actually, just going back into it, the Pump is a rather brutal way of killing enemies. I mean, you're busting enemies wide open.
Oh, jeez.
But
Yeah.
Moving on to number 58, Mr. Zerkron from Ratchet & Clank Future Tools of Destruction. Didn't play.
Is that the newest one? Because I haven't played it.
Yeah.
Think so. I kind of stopped at 3.
the hell is he, like a robot familiar?
Yeah.
Hold on. The picture won't load. Load, damn it!
It's this little green alien looking dude.
Zim? No. Okay, now I see him. He does look familiar. I just can't put my finger on it.
Yeah. Either way, moving on to number 57. No.
Katamari Damacy. Would this count as a weapon?
You are killing lots and lots of things for your personal gain from it.
Good job, son. Now it's time to roll up Uranus.
Yes.
The only thing
I never.
Yeah.
I can't really get into so much of the weapon itself because really the weapon is just debris and shit that builds up over time. The only thing I can say is that I love Katamari soundtrack.
Wait. So you're because I've never heard of this game. You're telling me Katamari? I think I remember seeing this cover at Fry's Electronics, but are you telling me the weapon is that big hunk of junk right there underneath that rainbow?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it starts off as a small ball. It starts off as a small sphere. Then the moment you start running into stuff, it starts collecting everything around it until pretty much becomes a hunk of shit that you're just rolling around all over the place. The object of the game is to collect as much shit as you can with that ball, and then in the end, it becomes a star. Keeping in mind that you're nuking everything that's inside that ball of junk into a star that includes townspeople and animals that you collect throughout the entire city.
And you said I'm sick?
Well, at least actually, it's kind of more gruesome when you think about how happy and colorful the Katamari world is. And it's just like murder. You know what else we want to talk about? Murders.
Okay, I'm looking at the next number, and I'm not surprised.
Stupid.
You walk away,
yes, Ryan. Anything else that's stupid?
Say, please, oh baby,
Stupid.
don't go. Simple and clean is the way that you're making me
feel tonight. It's hard to let it go.
We interrupt this news broadcast with an important message. It is the pie factory has blown up. Nobody, there are several injured, but it is raining pie, and everyone is happy, especially me.
What? What does this have to do with
The mayor has something important to say about this momentous event. I declare this day to be Pie Day.
What is that, Powerful Girl or something?
Number 56 is the Keyblade from Kingdom
Tell me,
Hearts.
if you could pick any random object around you to blow up and whack people with, you wouldn't choose a key.
I never found this weapon threatening whatsoever. I mentioned one of the very first videos that I ever made on my channel was my Kingdom Hearts rant video.
Oh yeah, I think I saw that.
And it's just the concept of the key being a weapon that we're supposed to treat like a sword. No, to me the most you can get out of a keyblade is a club of any sort. You can swing it pretty damn hard and you'll cause headaches or maybe bruises, but you can't cut anything with it. And to me, the biggest defender is the final boss of Kingdom Hearts 2, where you're cutting through fucking skyscrapers like nothing else with a key. A key!
Well, actually, I did cut myself once with a key. It was pretty sharp.
So you have very weak skin.
Well, have you ever heard of keying a car, Johnny?
Yeah, that's more of a nuisance than lethal.
Well, okay. Hold on. What about the Ultima, where it actually has a sword in it?
Yeah, but it's covered in so much decoration that you're really not using. You're not hitting anything with the sword. You're hitting enemies with the decoration. The sword is just the foundation. I get more of a weapon with Riku's Keyblade.
True.
But
So now, hearing how much you guys hate it, I feel like I want to troll you guys with the Keyblade. Because I'm the weirdo.
I love Kingdom Hearts, but the Keyblade, no, never really got that.
Well, then I'm glad I'm taking out the Keyblade in my story.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say, okay, you want to unlock something? Just get a fucking key. Anything else, just use a weapon, like I don't know, a sword.
Yes, moving on to number 55. It's a Pokeball.
I love the first line of the description. Some argue that the Pokeball isn't a weapon. They are wrong. IGN, you are wrong. I do not use the Pokeball to hurt anything. I use what I stuff inside the Pokeball to hurt anything.
Well, then there you go. There's your weapon. It's animal cruelty. You're stuffing an animal in it.
the Pokeball was not the weapon. The Mewtwo I have inside is.
Is the weapon. Yeah, you're right. This is pretty much like it's like we're going into the portal gun discussion. It's not really a weapon itself. It's just a capturing device.
Yeah.
It's not
the
as, it's as
Pokemon
much
you
as
unleashed.
Okay, because to me, I always figured that in order for the Pokeball to open when you're capturing the Pokemon, the button in the center has to be pressed against the Pokemon in order for it to open. So I figured if you're just slightly off, you're essentially just throwing a big ball at the Pokemon, and that could count as a weapon, especially if it hurts.
Well, it doesn't do any. Well, you don't. They don't lose any hit points when you throw a Pokeball at them. So if it is a weapon, it sucks.
Like, let me see. Let me fight against Team Rocket. Just throw a Pokeball and not send out the Pokemon. See what happens. Bonk, bonk, bonk.
Well, it has to be hollow so that you can fit a Pokemon in it. So it can't even be like it can't do anything.
Oh wait! Oh my God! I just got hit with something incredible. No, have a decoy Pokeball. Like, it looks like a Pokeball. You throw it and then it becomes a bomb. Oh wait, that's Voltorb. Never mind.
It's about as effective as throwing a rock, and not even that effective, so, ugh.
This is wrong! Wrong!
Or a tactical nuke.
How do you beat this?
Mind you, I agree this should be on here just because of the sight of it.
It should be number one, it's a nuke.
Yeah, it's instant kill!
I mean, it instantly ends any match.
It ends the world. City, whatever it's ranged in.
Because in order
certainly
to get
you have to get 20 kills.
You have to get a 25 kill streak
25, right.
in Modern Warfare 2 in order to get this. By that point, you already won the game. So I'm guessing the tactical nuke is just, okay, let's just get this over with because we already know you won, kind of thing. So to me, there's no spectacle about it. It's just, it's a nuke.
That really looks like those. That looks like a mushroom with arms.
Mind you, it is quite a sight to behold, so I guess that's why it's here.
Yeah.
Well, not so much in Modern Warfare 2. Modern Warfare 2, the tactical nuke is just a white flash, and that's it, the game's over.
Those can still be deadly.
Yes.
They can cause massive burns. You know, if you're not in the impact, it can cause a massive burn to your face.
Yeah. So moving on to number 58, I guess. Glaive from Dark Sector.
This is,
Dark Sector, don't care.
Glaive.
When I think of Glaive, I think of Sailor Moon, Sailor Saturn's Silence Glaive. That fucker you don't want to mess with.
I've never played this, but they say that it acts kind of like the Batarangs in Arkham Asylum, only it cuts through people instead of knocking them out.
I don't know why or whatever. I think of the word glaive and I just want to tap into my inner Jerry Lewis and
Going Glaive.
Glaive in the Dark Sector.
Going Laven!
Lady!
Going Laven! Hi, lady! Okay.
Is the Heavenly Sword.
From Goddess of War.
Heavenly Sword.
No, Goddess of War.
Well, I gotta wonder why this specific weapon is so high, because from what I can tell,
It's not... Blech, screw that game.
it's like, from what I can tell, it's a generally mediocre game. So it's just like, why is this above, like, the Buster Sword, which is infinitely more recognizable, or something?
I'm guessing because it's... Like, remember what I said back in the Buster Sword choice. The Buster Sword, while iconic, you pretty much drop off the moment you get another sword. The Heavenly Sword is probably just more powerful in general.
I guess.
But, unfortunately, the game that it comes from is not really memorable, and it's something like Ryan said, Goddess of War. And that just... Nah. Number 51 is the plasma grenade.
If you're not using the pistol, you're using this.
Yeah. Usually, just to fuck with people, when people are tailing me when they're shooting at me, I like to bounce off regular grenades off the walls and, leave them a surprise when they're still tailing me. Plasma grenades, on the other hand, I'm always chucking at people.
I can just see you doing that now.
That's usually how most gunfights end. It's whoever can get the plasma grenade on someone first.
Yeah.
It's like, oh shit, run! Fuck.
Yeah. No, you can't run. Once that shit sticks on you, that's it. You're
done.
done.
I know. I'm just talking as the guy, like, in his head. Oh shit, run!
Gooey bomb?
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is.
But more painful, apparently.
We're halfway there.
Number
Halfway
50
there.
is the hidden blade from Assassin's Creed.
Yeah,
Now, if you take the blade out of its hidden compartment, what do you got?
a
Just a
dagger.
regular blade. So what does that make?
I think it's more the fact that you can use it to stealth kill people.
Yep. So I've seen from playthroughs.
What do you like slit their throat or something like that?
What? Well, it is an assassin. Like, you know, you sneak up on somebody and just go, clap!
Yeah.
I don't think I'd shout if I was an assassin. That seems like a pretty good way to expose my...
I'm hitting you!
Sneak attack!
No. I'm doing the claw as the person he killed.
Yeah.
Because, you know, there would be a...
I think that if I was dying, I'd say something a little bit more incriminating, like, "Oh no, I am being stabbed by that mysterious white hooded stranger."
Oh no, I've been slayed.
What do you mean you can't find him because he's sitting on a bench? He's right there.
He looks like an innocent bystander to me.
Number 49 is the Impact Hammer from Unreal Tournament, another game which I never played.
I never played it, so movie.
Yeah.
I'd imagine it's a pretty badass hammer, but I can't say anything.
I can't say either. Ooh.
Number 48, the foam finger from Dead
Foam
Space.
finger? What?
It's a bonus weapon that you get, and
What the fuck?
you unlock. It's a one-hit kill weapon, but it's a foam finger.
What the hell?
You beat the game on the hardest difficulty setting. You unlock the foam finger, which is a one-hit KO
What
weapon.
does sense make? How the hell does... What?
It's a joke weapon, but it's
No
a deadly
shit,
joke.
but
It's
what
a lethal joke weapon.
Wow. It's like, oh, I'm not gonna... It lets your guard down.
Hey, if I wouldn't care how silly I looked. They'd be dead in a few
Yeah,
seconds.
I mean, if it's
anyway.
efficient and if it's effective, I really couldn't care. But it's just like, bang. You're dead now.
No man, missed me.
Ooh, a foam finger. I'll just get... Oh, shit.
Number 47 is the Stake Gun from Painkiller.
Is this the gun that can shoot lightning or dogs or whatever Yahtzee
I think
said?
it shoots actual stakes. As in wooden stakes that you would kill vampires with, not meat.
Well, that's not nearly as interesting.
Well, wait. If it's steak, let me give it to me so I can go kill Edward.
Yes. What the... Number 46 is Mr. Toots from Red Faction. What the fuck am I looking at? Someone does not... Someone does not...
I think is
Someone
unicorn.
does not like My Little Pony.
Okay, your son Rip is on line Toot. That's all I can say when I saw Mr. Toots. Oh my god, what the fucking dick.
I just heard Mr. Toon, and I'm like, what is he gonna right away into Scooty Puff Jr. next?
What?
You know, I think if I showed this to my father, he'd be dying laughing.
I just like the look on its face. He's like, duh.
No, more like, oh yeah, that's a good one. Ah, like, you know, you ripped a good one. Oh yeah, that felt good. Meanwhile, the enemy is so flabbergasted by the smell, it's like, oh my god, he dies from the intoxicating fumes.
Number 45 is the Farsight XR20.
Again, perfect dark.
Which I'm assuming a lot... look, judging from the picture, and just giving the description, it allows you to see through anything, so you can get a better view of where your opponent is, but can it shoot through walls and shit like that?
I don't think so, not to my recollection, but it's been over 10 years, so...
Yeah. Well, that'd be pretty badass if it could, but then again, that'd probably be game breaking.
Well, I mean, Mega Man can shoot through walls.
Not a 3D game.
Not 3D.
Moving on to number 44, the Hammer from
Hammer.
Donkey Kong. It's certainly
wrong thing.
Yeah, there you go. That was,
it certainly beats the shit out of anything in your way.
I think of the hammer from Smash Brothers before.
yeah, so did I.
Well,
especially Smash 1.
Well, then you're just a kid. But, see, actually, in terms of the game itself, Donkey Kong, Hammer, while useful, especially when you just want to rack up points from destroying all the barrels, I actually found more useful in Donkey Kong 94, the Game Boy game, because you can actually let go of the hammer at any point, so you can pick it up later. One of the things I like to do in Donkey Kong 94, especially in the old-fashioned stages, is that you use the hammer, you press the B button to let it go, climb up the ladder before the hammer drops too far, so you can pick it up and use it on the second level. So you can pretty much prolong your use of the hammer. You can't do that in the original game because once you touch the hammer at all, you have to use it until time runs out. And I didn't really like that. It's a bit impractical to me.
I just find it more useful in Smash.
Oh, obviously, yes.
Obviously. So I found it very hilarious when you got that, what was it, that super
fake
looking
golden
one.
hammer.
Yeah, and then it's like you go, it's like, now you're dead. Oh, what the fuck? It's fake.
So, Johnny, take the next one.
Number
yeah.
43 is the Plagos Removing Laser 412 from Resident Evil 4. Yes, I do know what the acronym stands for. Actually, this is a weapon, yes, while badass, eliminates all fucking challenge in the entire game just because of how broken it is. Actually, there's two versions of this laser. The laser was initially introduced in the PlayStation 2 version of the game, where it's pretty much... without charging it, it acts like a flash grenade, which is good for stunning enemies, and it one hits kills all the parasites. And fully charged, it let out a single beam, which killed anything in one hit, including bosses. However, in the Wii version of Resident Evil 4, the PRL was significantly buffed to the point where a fully charged shot not only killed enemies in one shot, but it killed every enemy on the screen because it shot multiple lasers. So there's 8 enemies all around you. It shoots out 8 death-killing, just death-bringing lasers. It removes all challenge.
It's a bonus weapon, right?
It's a bonus weapon, but here's the best part: it costs no money to buy. It is completely free.
You just get it.
Granted, you have to be professional mode in order to get it first off, and professional mode is not a walk in the park.
Well, just use the infinite rocket launcher.
You can't use the infinite rocket launcher. Professional mode. You're pretty much starting a new file when you're in professional mode.
Damn.
And professional mode is not a walk in the park. Well, unless you're playing the Wii version when you got, manual aiming, then it's a little bit easier. But like in the GameCube and the PS2 versions, it's pretty hard to get. Well, it's not even the GameCube version, period. But it's a nice weapon, 2-game breaking for its own good. I'll use the Chicago typewriter or the hand cannon before I use the PR 412. But yeah, it's a great weapon. Just too good for its own good.
Yep.
Number 42, we finally get a weapon from this series. Hail to the King, baby. The
Ship
Ray.
3D?
Honey, I Shrunk Duke Nukem?
No, Honey, I Blew Up the Kid.
No, Honey, I Blew Up Duke Nukem.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. I'm sorry.
Well, it's certainly interesting. I'll give it that.
He looks like he's about to smash his lower self.
Self-esteem issues, maybe. I'm not sure.
Well, maybe he's taking his venting out for what happened with Duke Nukem Forever.
Well, maybe.
Based on what I've heard.
What are you typing anyway, Ryan?
Yeah, I'm just doing some other things. Such as typing up a report I hand-wrote earlier.
He's so bored with the list that he's multitasking.
Sort of, yeah.
I'm multitasking too, but I'm being quiet about it.
Well, it's kind of hard to not hear my typing when the microphone is part of my computer.
That's why I'm in my room, because
Yeah, that's right. You don't use a headset. You use the built-in mic on your computer, right?
Yeah. So number 41 is the flak cannon
from Unreal.
What
is that?
I don't know.
Damn it! Why won't
it doesn't even look like a gun? It's just a bizarre amalgamation of machinery and.
Load picture, load. Okay,
I can't say anything about the game, so I wouldn't know what it is.
It looks like something from Bumblebee, like Transformers.
Transformers. Yeah. Well, yeah, I can kind of see it that way. Yeah. But number 40 is something I'm more familiar with. Number 40 is the energy source.
Pistol and plasma grenades are better.
Well, personally, I really did like getting kills with this.
I mean, it's cool to look at, but in terms of use, the pistol and plasma grenades are better.
The thing is, though, because a lot of people say that it's best for sneak attacks and stuff like that, but your melee attack is already one-hit kill from behind anyway. So really, it's just a little more flashy. Yeah, granted, for like full frontal assaults, it's useful, but you don't really want to be full frontal anyway. You're always shooting at something or throwing a plasma grenade with it, or sniping somebody from far away.
Mm-hmm. And number 39, we move to Wabbajack.
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 Wabbajack. That's a weird looking stick.
Never played any Elder Scrolls, so...
Nope.
Me neither. If Lewis were here, he'd probably have something to say, but...
Oh, yeah, probably.
Well, for this, yeah, maybe. For this Elder Scrolls 2, that's way old. Ugh,
I'm sure he's played it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he has to, yes.
Yeah, he seems to be a big Skyrim fan.
Moving on to... You have something to say?
Nah, 38, Vector Cannon.
From Zone of Ender is a second runner. I've heard about this series, but haven't played it.
I've never heard of it.
The only experience I have with it was the demo that came with Metal Gear Solid 2. Other than that... No, it's the other way around. Zone of Enders came with the demo of Metal Gear Solid 2. I remember borrowing it from a friend, and I just wasn't getting into it. It's a mech shooter. And I just wasn't... I don't know, maybe I gotta give it enough time to reinvest in the game maybe later on, but other than that, though,
It looks kind of interesting.
It's
Just
flashy.
looking at it. Yeah, it's flashy, there you go. That's how they always trick you. They make something look flashy, and then it's a bunch of shit.
Yeah, moving on to number 37, the VC5 arc rifle from Killzone 2.
Never played Killzone, and I wouldn't know how effective this weapon is.
Yep.
Nope.
I was tempted to say VCR arc rifle for some reason. I don't know why. That imagine a rifle that did shoot out old-fashioned 70s VCRs would be painful, but I couldn't take it seriously in a game such as Killzone.
Moving
Why was it supposed to be funny?
Number 36 is the Topsy-Turvy bomb from...
Well, wow.
Armed and Dangerous.
Yeah, okay. This guy's hanging upside down.
It turns the world upside down.
What the hell? And then it blows up.
Well, I hate the weapon already as a default because I hate anti-gravity gimmicks in anything.
Oy vey.
I guess, but I never played an armed and dangerous, so I don't know the full effectiveness of this weapon. But number 35 is...
Oh, yeah.
the golden gun from GoldenEye 007.
It's so satisfying when you pick that up.
Here's Broughton's
Oh, I actually remember playing this game.
You become everybody's worst enemy when you get it, though.
Yeah.
And God help your 3 other friends if you have the golden gun and the sticky bombs.
Yeah.
You automatically win the match.
Then again, why would you do that to your friends?
Because I like being a dick to my friends.
I got the golden gun. My dick is bigger than yours.
Well, let me see, Johnny.
Not if you're playing Odd Job, then you're too small.
You know, Johnny, why should you talk?
Fucking Odd Job. Hate that fucker.
No, it's like based on your stories, Johnny. You seem to be the type that always dicks with your friends.
So, well, no, not unfairly so. I mean, if you're using the golden gun in a multiplayer game, you're just a dick.
Okay.
A little more
Just
fair.
like, okay.
Was I the only person who had made it so that you banned Odd Job in any multiplayer match you did? I'm sorry, but Odd Job with the golden gun, I hated when my cousin would do that. It got to a point where I said, no, you're picking a character who I can fucking hit.
So he was Meta Knight of 07 at the time.
Yeah, fucking Odd Job. I hate that.
Number 34 is the 211V plasma cutter from...
Didn't play Dead Space, don't care.
Apparently it's some sort of like space saw or something. So
it's very gritty. Like again, I'm sorry, I'm referencing Two Best Friends a lot, but oh my god, from seeing it is so gritty, gory. Like the amounts of detail that I would see of one guy getting split open and the blood just pouring out from his like disembodied skull. It's just it's really it's not like it's like it's heavier than Saw in my opinion.
Number 30, bullshit. Number 33, the Mega Buster is not better than Metal Blades. I'm sorry.
It's not. No.
Let's see. Weak shots that fire straight ahead or powerful shots that can go in any direction. Wonder which one is better.
Metal Blades are better.
Yep, Gunblade's still better.
No, the Mega Buster's better than the Gunblade at least.
Yes, moving on to number 32, the Dagger of Time, which ironically isn't used very much as a weapon in the game.
Isn't that what lets you go back in time or undo the mistake?
Unless you go, unless you just go back in time and you absorb
How does
souls
it
with
work?
it.
Do you stab yourself?
No.
No, 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 no.
You just activate it,
Trying to remember.
and you get ammo, quote unquote ammo for it when you absorb the souls of the enemies.
Ammo?
Well, you have a limited amount of tries for rewinding before you just have to go to the last checkpoint and die.
Oh, I was thinking ammo for the amount of stabs you get.
No.
No, I don't feel like stabbing this anymore.
Well, I mean, I guess a weapon with I think it's more its peripheral ability is what makes it cool instead of its like actual stabbiness. Because I mean, like having the ability to turn back time is awesome.
True.
Why a dagger though? Why couldn't it have been any other artifact?
Because if it was anything actually good, it would be broken. Oh, what's that? My machine gun that also lets me turn back in time.
Yeah, so I guess we'll move on to number 31, the Vampire Killer.
Vampire from Castlevania.
What
Back
terrible
then, it
night
was
to have
just
a curse.
Back then, it was just a leather whip.
I just call it the whip.
Then it later became a flail. Then Limit of Innocence made it into something that the Belmonts can only use, which, you know, you didn't really need to give it all that historical backstory, what made the Vampire Killer what it was. To me, it was always the Belmont that signified, you know, what makes them powerful enough to defeat Dracula. Not so much the whip. Yes, the whip, I can understand being passed down generation to generation through Belmonts, but to me, it wasn't the whip that made the Belmont. It was the Belmont that made the Belmont.
Yeah. It's
You know.
family.
Well, they don't really even use the whip a whole lot in later Castlevania.
Well, in terms of game lore, only a Belmont can use the Vampire Killer. The only other person that used the Vampire Killer in any degree was John Morris from Castlevania Bloodlines, and then Portrait of Ruin established that because he was not a Belmont, he ended up dying from overusing the Vampire Killer.
Ow.
And something that his son Jonathan Morris, who's the main protagonist of Portrait of Ruin, you know, just wasn't a fan of, and because of that, you can't unlock the Vampire Killer's full potential until you beat Richter Belmont in Portrait of Ruin, which is a great boss fight. But to me, like I said, it's not the whip that makes the Belmont; it's the Belmont that makes the Belmont.
So it sounds like if the Vampire Killer killed him, it's like what, Belmont put a curse on it?
Yeah, it's something about that. Lament of Innocence tried to give an explanation for it, but
I assume it's sort of like only the chosen one can use this.
Chosen one.
Yeah, moving on to number 30, the Celestial Brush from Okami.
I want to try this game so bad.
I actually don't see the appeal of Okami, to be honest. Other than it looks pretty and sounds pretty, I don't see what's the big deal.
If it looks pretty and sounds pretty, but does that make it a good game?
Yeah, it's just like I've seen, like Chuck Conroy did his playthrough of it, and he goes on about, oh, this game looks so great and sounds so great, and then I'm just looking at it, and it's like the gameplay doesn't seem all that special, though. So,
well, a friend of mine.
Most likely one of those games you have to play, but instead of watching.
Yeah, like a friend of mine told me that I should try playing it, and I am trying to think about playing it, just to see how it's like. Same thing with No More Heroes. I'm gonna ask my friend to let me try it out one time.
You need to play No More Heroes.
I know, Ryan, I know. And then I'll explain to my dad that I'm not waking off.
I don't think you can wink.
I know, but still, it's like...
Number 29 is the Land Shark gun.
I like it from the concept alone.
Telegram, Land Shark!
Does it fire land sharks at you?
I'm assuming it does.
It looks like it fires at
actual human land sharks.
I'm assuming it is, yes.
I am firing sharks. Your argument is invalid.
So that's how those land sharks are sending telegrams. If anyone knows what I'm talking about, never mind.
Your obscure references.
Thank you. But no, it's...
everything we reference is obscure, Johnny.
Yeah. No, it's apparently it was from a very old Saturday Night Live where it was a skit where it would always be someone where you hear a knock on the door and you would always hear a telegram.
Land shark.
Yeah, and you open the door and...
Shark from nowhere.
Yep. Okay, sorry. Number 28, Atomizer. Resistance 3.
The name of the weapon just makes me think that it just completely obliterates the enemy into nothingness.
Yeah.
Well, atoms, I guess, technically.
Well, yeah, you blow up an atom, you get an atom bomb. Jesus.
Oh, no, that's why you're not blowing up the atom, you're just converting the enemy into atoms. Or molecules.
Isn't the enemy already made of atoms?
Yes.
Well, no.
But now you're separating those atoms.
But now you're nothing. Nothing.
Number 27 is the flail gun from Bullet Storm.
It's a rat flail.
Shut up. Anyway, I'm assuming it's the weapon that means that shoots the electrical current that you can use to grab anything and just swing around like a.
No, it says here that it shoots grenades bound together by a chain.
Oh. Well, then it's pretty much just like an explosive yo-yo, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Philly, we went to 26.
Number 26 is the particle cannon from Wolfenstein.
Also known as the BFG of Wolfenstein.
Okay.
Is this from the original game or the new game?
Most likely the remake, assuming from when the video footage is showing on the top.
Yeah.
Wait, just get clarification, because I'm not really a big Wolfenstein fan. Wolfenstein 3D is the first one, isn't it?
I think so.
I like to think it is too. So I don't know.
Wait, you're fighting Nazis again?
Well, I don't know. I never played the reimagining.
I'm just reading the description. It says you're fighting Nazis.
Oh, well then yes.
Every first-person shooter back then had you fighting Nazis, unless you're like Doom.
Unless you're Doom, when they're demon Nazis.
Hey,
Nazis have a different name.
Well, hey, if anything has to do with killing Nazis, I'm game.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm pretty sure everyone's game. But anyway, number 25 is the insect storm.
Yeah, sorry.
Plasmid.
I prefer the electric ones.
I'm sorry.
Just because I like pretending I'm a Sith Lord when I have it.
What? Oh, yeah, right.
Well, I think it might be a little bit more gruesome to send a flock of locusts out to tear enemies apart.
I am a Sith Lord, Zort.
Unlimited power. Well, it looks like they're showing an electric plasmid from the...
I think they had the wrong picture up, but whatever.
Well, still, use the Force.
Your overconfidence is your weakness.
Well, faith in your friends is
yours.
At least I
have friends, Ryan.
I know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think they should have just gone with plasmids themselves, just because you can customize your own quote-unquote superpowers with it.
Yeah.
Number 24, blaster launcher from XCOM.
Blaster launcher. Most of these.
Yeah, that is redundant.
I've heard plenty of XCOM. Never got into the series. From what I've heard, like in one of the games on the PlayStation, like the load times were atrocious, and that's the only interesting thing I can say because I never really played the game series.
I've never played the game either, and I feel sad that most of these games I've never even heard or played. So yeah, I'm just gonna take your guys' word for it.
23, Overwatch Standard Issue Pulse Rifle.
Half-Life, Full Life, No, I'm gonna shut up now.
That's a lot of bullets.
Yeah, it is.
Apparently, it shoots that's not. I think it shoots an energy ball that bounces around and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Is it good? Ryan, you've played this game. Is it a good weapon?
Gravity gun is better.
Okay.
Got a feeling that's going to be higher on the list. Anyway, let's move on. Number 22 is the Redeemer from Unreal Tournament. Another Unreal weapon.
None of us have played.
No. God damn it. It pains me to continue on the list. No, it doesn't.
Oh, here's something you guys know.
Number 21 is the Beam Katana from No More Heroes.
Fuck yeah.
Isn't the one with 4 beam katanas better, though?
No, the plain beam katana is better.
I think
the 4 beam katana is better.
I meant the one without the little stick thing.
Oh, you're talking about the last one.
Yeah.
The Tsubaka Mark III. Yeah,
hi, bad
of course. Girl. But to me, the first blade it's a fluorescent light bulb.
It is. It does.
With a handle.
That's what when I saw the game at a store and I saw this picture, I was like, "What is he doing with a fluorescent light bulb?"
Maybe if he stays in the enemy with the same room for a little while, they'll get a headache.
Yeah, maybe. And it actually is really, yeah.
I'd probably be distracted as all fuck and looking at how colorful I look with the glowiness.
The weapon itself, though, when you, because to me, I really do like the 4 beam in one upgrade you get in the first game. Mm-hmm. And of course, it doesn't get any better than the Tsubaka Mark III, especially when you get the attachment that never lets you lose energy. And then No More Heroes 2 just introduced the what was the name of the long one? The Peony?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Peony.
And the duel.
Nonetheless, both No More Heroes 1 and 2, with all those sabers, eat your heart out, Lucas.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And now we get to number 20. Taste the rainbow, 20, motherfuckers.
Taste the rainbow motherfuckers. It's the Hyper Beam from Super Metroid.
Well, actually, whenever I think of Metroid, I think the entire suit is one gigantically awesome weapon. Because it's just like, we know from Zero Mission and from Brawl that Samus can be pretty awesome without the suit even on. So it's just like, I see the suit as being more of a weapon than just one specific
Nothing is as broken as the Hyper Beam.
Screw attack.
No, beats all.
Have you ever hacked the Hyper Beam?
Have you ever hacked it into in the beginning of the game? The Hyper Beam is fucking powerful.
Bang!
It nukes just about everything in one hit, with the exception of Crocomire.
Oh, jeez.
But other than that, though, actually, the only enemy that actually doesn't seem to be affected by it that much is Ridley. What? Because I've killed Ridley faster with the charged plasma beam than the Hyper Beam. I always found odd.
Maybe
oh no, right? No, Johnny. Here's the thing. He's resistant to normal type attacks.
Oh. There you go. Thank you. I was trying to get a Pokemon.
Shut up.
I was trying to get a Pokemon joke in there.
But yeah, it's just like I just see the entire suit as one gigantic weapon. So I would have just said Samus' suit and bumped it up to like number 3. But that's just me.
Hyper Beam motherfuckers.
Number 19 should be number 1 in concept alone. Planet Buster.
I never actually got this.
Button.
I never actually got this weapon when I played Spore.
I want to play.
I never played Spore.
Spore is it's an okay game. Basically, you spend the first half of the game doing like cell mode, animal mode, tribe mode, civilization mode, and then you get the space mode, which is pretty much Animal Crossing, where it's like you go to a planet. I want you to do this side quest, which involves you going to here and doing X number of things. Okay, and then you do that. So it's just like I kind of got bored with it before I got the planet nuking weapons. But it was an okay game. I might pick it up again sometime.
In some ways, isn't it slightly like Sims as well?
It's kind of like The Sims. It's just like when I was playing the space section, I immediately thought of Animal Crossing because you're going to a planet and doing the immediately tedious side quest that you do for that planet before moving on, but yet you still keep on playing and you don't know why.
Yeah, it's addicting. Okay. Number 18, Hair, game Bayonetta. Yes. I want this game.
Your hair. Actually, I agree with this because your hair does fucking everything in this game.
Damn. It's like
your suit. It's your suit, it's most of your gun, it's your magical spells, it's fucking everything. And you know what? Yeah.
I seriously just by watching the review and just seeing how if my hair could do that, then it'd make my life so much easier. Yeah,
I'd imagine.
But Mom, I don't want to get a haircut. My hair will be able to kill people if I don't.
No, more like Mom, I can dress myself up. Okay, you can stop worrying about other people trying to do my hair in a special way. Okay, it's my hair, damn it.
Yes, so moving on to number 17, the spread gun. Broken.
Spread gun.
I actually like using the homing missiles in Contra 3 a little bit more. I find those a little bit more
Nothing beats the spread gun.
Well, I'm talking about Contra 3.
Contra 3, the spread gun was definitely a little nerfed, in my opinion. It's still really good, but I agree. My favorite weapon in Contra 3 is either the homing missiles or the crush missiles. They have short range, but they're really powerful. But in terms of the NES Contra games, no, it doesn't get any better than the spread gun. Spread gun owns all.
Never get anything other than the spread gun, or else you will lose.
Yeah.
Spread gun, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah, so moving on to number 16, the time manipulation device.
Didn't we already have one of these?
Sort of.
Well, except it was an atom splitting. This one just looks skin ripping. I don't know.
I was more talking about like the Prince of Persia dagger, but whatever.
Oh. Well, no, I think this one, he looks like he's manipulating time to make him grow old. And just die. You know, like wither away into dust.
Controlling time would be a badass weapon, but
Sonic 06.
Cough, cough, time travel, cough.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, using it as a weapon.
Yep. Oh shit, Apple of Eden.
Apparently, from what I'm reading, it's a mind control device.
And a game set in
shiny.
Middle Ages Rome.
Ooh, shiny.
It's magic.
Ooh, magic. Ooh.
Magic is friendship. Wait, no.
Magic the Gathering?
No. Either way, it makes
Actually-
no fucking sense in the context of the game.
I have a feeling this is a little bit high up.
Yeah. Next we have number 14, Metal Gear Rex.
Metal Gear!
Yeah.
Metal Gear.
Metal Gear!
Metal Gear.
So Metal Gear is a nuke launching thing, right? So I need you to tell me. Look, I'm going to explain a whole bunch of things that don't make sense. You might as well just skip this part.
Okay.
At least he's generous enough to tell me.
Hey, why'd you stop
Okay.
here?
Okay. You know what? You're gonna hate me for this because when I saw the Metal Gear Rex and Brawl, the first thing that popped in my mind was a metallic Cloverfield monster.
What?
What?
Metal Gear!
What does the matter with you?
I don't know.
Well, if you saw Cloverfield before playing Metal Gear, I guess you could come to that conclusion.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's what I thought. You can all hate me all you want, but my mind is weird.
Predates Cloverfield by nearly 10 years.
I never played Metal Gear. Give me a break.
I love Metal Gear Rex. I love the boss fight at the end of Solid, and I love controlling the thing in Metal Gear Solid 4. To me, it's one of the best moments in the entire game was actually controlling the son of a bitch.
Yeah, finally getting to see what this baby can do because you take it out pretty quickly in one.
You got the
Yeah.
Gatling guns. You got the Gatling guns in the eyes. You got the knee missiles. You got the crotch laser.
Oh, jeez.
And of course, it's actually pretty damn mobile for a heavy mech. 'Cause I always found that a bit inconsistent though, because the Metal Gear Rex in the first Metal Gear Solid game was really clunky. It didn't move that very fast at all, and it pretty much just relied on its projectiles to deal with Snake. And in Metal Gear Solid 4, it's one of the most agile machines you can ever control in the game.
Yeah, I'm just assuming it's a better version.
Yeah, no, it's actually the same one you destroyed.
Oh,
in the first
right, yeah.
And you would figure because it was blown to shit at the end of the first one, it'd be damaged beyond repair and it wouldn't be able to move at all. But again, I'm thinking that's maybe just technical limitations of the console itself. So I'll cut some slack. But in terms of this, yeah, I think it's a really fun weapon.
Yes, moving on to number 13.
It looks fun.
M920 Kane from Mass Effect 2.
Lewis.
Ba-da-ba-da.
Yeah. You know what? That reminds me that there have been several pictures on DA that made me want to send it to Lucas because he's such a Mass Effect fan, but I was afraid I'd scare him, so I didn't do that.
Lewis. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
The one time Mass Effect is mentioned, he's not here.
Well, anyway, more Metal Gear Solid. Number 12 is
Tanegashima, but also known as this freaking whirlwind thing.
It's a musket, which I never used.
That shoots tornadoes.
Yeah, but I just...
What?
Yeah, I mean, it's hilarious, but I never really...
I prefer the sun gun.
I prefer the Sunlight or the Patriot.
Or the bosses.
Or the big boss's camouflage.
Yeah.
Yes, I like that one too.
No, I still like the sunlight gun. Sunlight! Stun.
Nah.
Yeah, so moving on to number 11, Euclid's Sea Finder. Didn't play Fallout New Vegas, so whatever.
Lewis.
Ba-da-ba-da.
Lewis!
What?
No, I know what he was doing there. It was like the call to war, like, No,
I
that's
think we broke the Lewis call.
Yeah. So we have nothing to say about Fallout New Vegas.
Number 10 is
MK2 Lancer Assault from Rifle. Yeah, MK.
It's the chainsaw gun from Gears of War.
You mean Gears of Chest High
Jesus.
Walls?
We knew this was going to be on here somewhere.
Gears of Chest High Walls.
Well, when I'm thinking about it, a chainsaw gun is really... The chainsaw is really just a less effective bayonet.
I know, but in the context of Gears of War, it's a manly weapon.
Yeah.
Sigmund, why don't we
at this point, you're not thinking of practicality. You're just thinking of rule of cool. So.
Well, all I have to just say is that Sigmund Freud would get a kick out of this guy's weapon.
Moving on to number 5, the Rhino
5 from Ratchet & Clank Future, Crack in Time. Okay, I'm pretty sure you guys have played Ratchet & Clank. I haven't.
I don't recall this game.
Wow,
I only played like the first 3.
Apparently, it plays the 1812 overture as you fire it.
What?
That's
pretty nice. I like it just on that merit alone.
So moving on to number 8, Lewis.
Number 8 is Soul Reaver.
Damn it!
Just play it again, Ted, because the next game is Experimental Merv from Fallout 3. Hey, now we have something to talk about. Number 6 is Pandora from DMC4.
From the commentary, we canceled.
Yeah.
What does this weapon do?
It's a suitcase that turns into other weapons.
Okay.
Yeah, I find it pretty neat.
Number 6, though, on the spot?
No.
What do you think?
No.
I
would say somewhere in the
number
first.
5.
The gravity
Number 5
gun.
is the gravity gun.
So fun. Just picking up an enemy and throwing him out of fucking space.
Whee!
Okay, so it can pick up enemies.
Yeah.
I thought it could only pick up inanimate objects.
You have to get close to use it, but...
I'd imagine this is where the game's ragdoll physics can come to great use.
Yes, Val, you made a physics engine. We know.
We're very proud of you.
Now go finish the damn game.
Count to 3 already.
So moving on to number 4, the Blades of Chaos from God of War. I'm assuming they mean just the general blades in each game.
Yeah, Blades of Chaos, Blades of Athena, Blades of whatever the hell they were called in the other one. Blades of Olympus.
Blades of Glory.
I mean, it's a pretty trademark weapon now.
Yeah, and I like using it. I do like its effectiveness. Especially when you start leveling up to get more of the aerial combos, and yeah, that's about it. Because it pretty much it's pretty much over-reliable after
after each game. It's just you know how to use it so well as you can take down anything with it.
Exactly. Number 4 on the spot though.
Maybe top 10, but.
Yeah, because I really do like using the weapon, so... Number 3 is the Cerebral Boar.
Never played.
I heard Turok 2 was good.
I've never
as have I. Since I have
it.
no experience with it, I have no opinion on this weapon whatsoever. So I'm not sure if it deserves this number 3 spot.
Oh, here we go at number 2.
Number 2 is what? Oh, the Big Fucking Gun 9000.
Wait, is that really its name?
Yeah, the Big Fucking Gun 9000.
Yes, it's the Big Fucking Gun 9000.
Oh my god.
Why is Dwayne Johnson in my my Doom?
Well, because he was the actor who got the BFG in the movie Doom.
I know, but he's not in the actual. Get out of my game, Rock.
Game.
I don't care.
Yeah.
One of my favorite guns to use in anything.
Oh, it's so huge.
Yeah. It's so huge they had to use a live actor to show it.
It beats everything.
Yeah.
Everything. You cannot lose if you have this gun.
When do you get this gun in the course of the game? Is this like a last level kill everything in sight sort of weapon, or is this a you can find it early on and rape everything weapon?
I honestly don't remember.
Neither do I. It's been so long.
It's been a long time since I played Doom. I do remember the first time I ever got this gun. I thought I was pretty young actually when I first got the gun. I didn't pronounce it as the BFG. I just said it's Boof 9000. It works.
It destroys everything.
Everything.
So the big fucking gun 9000 was number 2. Number 1 is the Master Sword.
Master Sword from Legend of Zelda.
No.
A link.
Yeah. I mean, what they're pretty much saying is that it's iconic.
It's
like,
be
so is
top
the
10.
Buster Sword.
Wow, the sword beats guns.
It's just like,
wow.
It's famous, and I do like the weapon, so I can see it in the top 10. But number 1, no.
No, not
when an empty bottle is more effective in the situations you use it for.
Well, this one they're talking more with Links of the Past's incarnation of the Master Sword.
Well, that's the first time it showed up. So they're just using that.
Oh, okay. Well, they're just using that for that. But okay, then no, not number 1.
Empty bottles are more effective.
I would know, so I'll take your word for it.
It's just that like when most people in Ocarina of Time dump the Master Sword as soon as they get the Bigoron sword. I mean,
the Bigoron sounds better until you get to the final boss, where the Master Sword is given 2 times effective against Ganon, but that's it.
But that's it. But okay, like you guys mentioned, it's more because it's more iconic than anything. Not it's because of its effectiveness. Because if it's about effectiveness, this is the stupidest fucking decision I've ever seen in my life. Because of the big Goron sword, because of the great fairy sword of Majora's Mask. Hell, the gilded sword is a better option, to my knowledge.
Empty bottles.
Yeah, empty bottles for the Ganondorf fight is a better option. Yeah. You know, there's just so many better options than the Master Sword in Zelda games, or any game that has a Master Sword in the first place. Mm-hmm. Unless it's a Wind Waker, in which you have no choice. Mm-hmm. But, number 1, no.
No, I don't see it either.
Not number 1.
There was a lot of filler on this list, because they cut out a lot of really obvious choices, like Fire Flower. Where's the Fire Flower?
True.
It's just like, and also it's just like there was nothing from Metroid other than the Hyper Beam. If you're counting every single like power up as its own weapon, then where are Super Missiles, Power Bomb, Screw Attack? Let's see what else. Plasma Beam, Wave Beam, Ice Beam.
Well, the Hyper Beam just beats those.
But they should have been
beam weapons.
But the Power Bombs and Screw Attack should have been on there somewhere.
The Power Bombs are not here just because of our catchphrase for it now. Ridley motherfucker Power Bomb.
Motherfucker Power Bomb.
Yeah. No, yeah, I did like that between you and Elliot with the whole like tank missile and power bomb.
No, every time I fight Ridley now, I intentionally use super bombs just to do it.
Yeah.
Ridley motherfucker power bomb.
Which to me, no, because it's 2 things. One, I love the way Ryan said that in Super Metroid playthrough when we first mentioned it. And another reason why I was cracking up so much is because I immediately pictured Samus power bombing Ridley. Like the wrestling move power bomb. You know, just lifting Ridley up above Samus's shoulders and just slamming Ridley down into the middle of the ring. That's the first thing that came to mind when he said it that way.
Oh my God.
I couldn't help but start laughing. But, it's another IGN list done.
Cancel ignorance without IGN.
Yeah.
Nah.
I'm so sick of that saying.
I'm never sick of anything.
Well, if they would just stop proving it to be true, then we would stop saying it.
Yeah.
They should just stop listing things, because that just makes us waste another 2 hours of our life.
We're the ones that decide to do it.
It's like a rule at this point. Every time a list comes up, the people are like, guys, another IGN list came up, get cracking. What Tish commentary slaves.
Well, hey, I don't bug you guys at all. In fact, I get pissed when people bug you guys.
You're one person.
I know.
You're one person out of 14-ish thousand subscribers, or 13-ish thousand subscribers. No, I wish we had if we had over 1 billion subscribers, we'd run YouTube.
Yeah.
Yes.
Excellent. Just as planned.
All according to Keikaku. No, translators know Keikaku means plan.
No, it's part of QB's plan.
Yes.
I'm sorry. What the fuck?
We should all just shut up now and end the video.
You making me feel tonight. It's hard to let it go. Hold me.
Why?
Hey, you gotta stop.
Okay,
Don't
so
think
now
about pie, don't think about pie, don't think about pie. But,
You want me to sing again? I'll get you guys to stop.
don't you eat this pie. Self-control. Pie day. Dental plan. Greetings, Ark. Wait, who are you? I am the pie. No, you're not. Yes, I am.
What the fuck are you referencing?
Ark and the pie.
I don't look. That's later.
My sides are hurting.
I'll show you guys later.
Okay. With that, we should end the podcast.
That's just the first thing I think about when I hear simple and clean, because they play it in the video.
Damn it.
Okay, I'll sing something else.
Don't.
No, just
Let's
Ryan,
end
hit
this video
stop
right
now, even if it cuts us off.
Dun, da, 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 dun,
the
da,
video!
da, da,
Stop
da.
trying to
Ba-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da.
Boink.
I'm finished.
I have two.